So they wasn't even there. We stayed for a good 5 minutes. I was like, yo, I was like, we got to go back. I was like, we gotta go back to my grandma's house. Let's just go back. And she wanted to wait. I was like, no, 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 no. I was like, we go back. We didn't have a phone. We had to use, couldn't use, we had to wait till my grandma went to sleep. So by the time she went to sleep, it was like 1:30. So we go in the other room to use my dad's fax phone. And so we called and we was like, where y'all at? We didn't want to use the house phone because we didn't want them to call back. So we used the fax number. It was like, we was just there. I'm like, no, you wasn't. We was there unless when we left, y'all came. So then when I start telling stories, I be forgetting what I'm doing. So they was like, no, we was there. We'll come back up there. I'm like, cool, because we ain't have no phone to call them. So we jumped back out. I told Khadijah, I was like, I really don't got a good feeling about this. She was like, no, we're good. We need Jean to sleep. That's my grandma. The door was closed. We had the door closed and locked. I never locked the door. It rarely never closed it. So we had it closed. Then we snuck out. Now, mind you, the school is right behind my grandma's house. Like it's probably you walk to the end of that block, and then there's a big field, football field, and then further down is the middle school, and then the high school football field stuff, and then elementary school. So we go back to we was meeting at elementary school park. As we're walking across that big field, I look. I was like, Khadijah, that's my daddy. She was like, no, it's not. No, it's not. You paranoid. This is not our first time sneaking out. So other times, yes, I was very paranoid and it was not no one. But this time I was pretty sure it was my dad. And she was like, no, no, no. And I'm using people names and their real names. Um, so she was like, no, 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 it's not. So then we got to the park. And so her boo name was Lati. My boo name was LJ. So we were talking. We didn't stay there no longer than 15 minutes talking. And I told Khadijah, I was like, yo, that's my daddy. I said, I think that's my dad. They all kept saying I was tripping. They kept saying that. I was like, Khadijah, we got to go. She didn't want to go. I was like, I'm about to go. So she was like, okay. And so then that's when we left. So we going back to my grandma's house. Now, how my grandma's house positioned, it was so this is her house. And this is okay, this is her house. This is another house. And it's a pathway in the middle you can walk through. And then that leads out to the street. So her car was parked between the houses. So I know as we're getting in the trying to climb in the window, I get in the window. When I get in the window, the door was wide open.